That's what we want to develop, that everybody feels good if you get a nice word. But you must learn it from the childhood. And now the big people have to learn that I have to do these changes in the children. So what you don't get, you cannot give. Since 1997, I'm in charge of the nursery school training center and primary school training center. And together with this, as a practice for our students, we have a nursery school and a primary school and a secondary school. And altogether, every year, nearly 900 to 1,000 students. Nobody believed at the beginning that I could educate children without punishment. They were talking about myself in the official buses, and children came and told me, sister, they said, impossible that sister wants to have a school without punishment, beating. She will see it will never happen. But finally we reached, and children were very happy and very self-confident and say, that's what it is. The primary school training center is registered by the government. So those who finished education in that primary school seminar, they get the job in the government. And that is for us great, because then the idea of Montessori, which is help me to do it by myself and makes people confident and strong about their personality, get the job. And we're going on having every year at least 60 in nursery school training. Most of the years ago, we had about 30, 40 primary school teachers who came out of our centers. It started a long time ago. When my sisters were there, it's more than 40 years ago, before I came. And it was like the UNICEF has called a lady to come and help in early childhood education in Tanzania. And why they got this lady from England in Montessori methodology, nobody knows. She just got a telephone call and said Tanzania would like to have a program for early childhood for children from 0 to 6 years old. Yeah. But then she became elderly and came home and asked me, and I was interested to go to Africa, but I was not very much known in Montessori. Then I went to London and did my study there, and I'm totally convinced that it's a very, very deep, good way of helping to become human and self-confident. Then later I was called by these donors to do something in Mwanza. And then in Mwanza I started in 1997. That is one thing which I'll never forget. It was the first time when I had to make a primary school and I had no money. And I met Mr. Raymond, and he was telling me that he comes from the Reinhart Foundation in Winterthur, and I just explained my problem. And it was amazing because he went home, and within 5 days the Reinhart Stiftung had an emergency meeting, and on Monday I was promised 25,000 Swiss francs. And that was my beginning of building the primary school, which was a great action. I think first, before you do any project, so you have to make a research to find out what really helps the people. Because if we look at maybe 50, 70 years ago, we all believed in Europe we have to go and tell them what to do and how to do. But now it's like what Montessori says, help me to do it by myself. So let's talk and see what is necessary, what should we do in this country as a project. I have realized now, since my few years doing this Montessori way, that the government and official people now are aware that educating young people, that the most important thing is, which brings afterwards a different society. And they have realized that also children are not just like everybody, each child has his own private way of establishing personality, and that's what we have to take serious when we see how easy and the capacity children have to learn. In primary school, there are most of the time 50, 100, 200 children in a class, and there's one teacher. And we in our Montessori school, we have not more than 40 children in one class and 2 teachers. And the classes are filled with teaching material, books, and all what children need, practice to learn their subjects. And that makes it different. In any class in Tanzania, they have no teaching material. But we in a Montessori, we make all the Montessori teaching material, which is international, ourselves. The difference is that children are open, happy, they like to learn, they to come to school, and when they come out of the school in Standard 7 and later in Form 4, they say, what we have learned is we can do it ourselves.